Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to the exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. This evening's scene takes place in the Theatre Royale, also known as the Temporary Elysium, where only a few hours ago, Seneschal Hennessy raised his banner. He has said that he is claiming the praxis of the city of Dublin. He will oust the prince, and he will install himself and a new government in order to oversee kindred affairs within the domain. This has become the rallying point, the central communication point wherein people can receive orders. After all, if there's going to be a revolution, well then, we're going to need some heroes to lead it. So, we will join our compatriots as they arrive. Let's go from left to right on my screen. So, Mr. Fletcher.
I'm on the right side, aren't I?
Shut up.
Connor has walked in and he's made himself at home, watching as people have probably stumbled out and panicked at the way he's calmly walked in and just decided to take a vacant chair and someone else's drink, probably.
You will hear from the inside a rather interesting noise as you see about 15 minutes ago you just saw Whisper and Abdul enter into the prince's throne room with two large hammers.
Sorry.
He's going to relocate to watch this beautiful display.
As you sit in the back row, you see them both taking these sledgehammers. They sit into the black marble throne that Thrain used to sit in. They're actually currently playing a game of what can only be described as ship tennis with a piece of it. Alright, next up is going to be Esme.
Hey, 13, you watch Love, Death, and Robots yet?
13, who's been standing behind you, blinks and kind of contemplates, and she says, "Not yet. I'm currently watching the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina."
That's not, like, uncomfortable for you?
Should it be?
Yeah, I don't know. If it isn't, then it isn't. Is it good? I heard everyone kind of just gets taken out with a punch. No one really can throw hands in there.
There's a shrug. I tend to be able to take people out in a single punch.
Speaking of, have you seen One Punch Man? That show's sick. We started watching it.
I liked the intro.
Really good.
For the record, Connor, has Connor ever seen a gargoyle?
He may have. I have
Well,
no
that
idea.
is what is talking to this young lady.
I'm just going to assume no.
I beg your pardon?
I'm going to assume no.
Alright. In that case, this odd kindred with slate grey skin and a pair of large bat-like wings that are folded across her like a cloak is talking to a young lady.
Didn't we recently clap the OG?
I beg your pardon?
Didn't we recently clap the OG?
Connor was
Yes.
not there.
But Connor was not there. Next up to join us is going to be Robert.
Talbot is walking into the room. He is normally very stoic, but you can see the look on his face. He's very interested by the events that are transpiring now. He's not rubbing his hands together literally, but you get the feeling that he's thinking about it.
Seeing it, you actually see the gargoyle start to rub her hands together, and she's like, "What does this mean?"
It's really cold in here, you're right. As we start rubbing her hands together, too. Maybe that's just me.
The gargoyle produces a pair of mittens and just kind of. You're pretty sure she stole these mittens.
That's fine. Esme stole most of the stuff she has on her right now. She fucking takes that shit. Thank you.
If it helps, she has a gargoyle merit that lets her do full dexterous actions with her tail.
Bitchin'.
They're the people's mittens. It's the revolution.
But yes, Ryan, you are next to enter, Mr. Fomo.
Yes, Ryan would, make his typical way into the building, except this time he can hardly contain his glee. He's almost skipping. He can smell death in the air. It's wonderful.
I found a
You
photo
see,
of Rem.
as I said, you see a gargoyle.
Hello there. No, I didn't say that in real life, but that's cool.
They're pretty rare, just in case.
Yeah, well, I mean, moving ones.
Currently, herself and Esme are standing near the confection stand. The gargoyle is eating a pack of minstrels. She seems to like them. And last but not least, we will have Katja von Essen.
Katya is probably still wearing her outfit from the Giovanni Gala. As she has probably come straight here.
You'll see the gargoyles next to you. Upon seeing you, they crush the bag, and Tim, you will start to hear a low growl.
Hey, what's up?
She kind of gestures with her head towards Katya.
Thought detected.
No, guys. Leans in, whispers, Tremere.
There's a single nod of the head. You notice that her fingernails have gotten incredibly long.
She hasn't immediately tried to kill me, so this is a bonus.
But Katya, you see this creature who is eyeing you with death eyes. Death eyes.
Let's move over this way. Esme is going to take their team and try to put some distance between the two of them and Katya. Because she's never met Katya. She just assumes Katya is some kind of super trained magic commando, by the way. Because that's all she's met. All she's met is super commandos.
Well, no. Katya's not even anywhere close to that. She's failed Tremere.
Yeah, the gargoyle is it's snarling at you.
You should feed it minstrels.
It crushed its minstrels.
Katya would take a deep breath. She almost kind of expected this kind of reception after, the ridiculousness that is going on.
Ah, Miss von Essen, how was the party after my departure?
I'd almost rather not talk about it.
Shame. And you dressed so nicely for the occasion.
You certainly did a lot of talking to your liege lord.
I did what I was honor bound to do, nothing more.
Honor bound. Tremere.
Fine. Do you want me to say it? Blood bound to do.
Yes, the pyramid. Set to unravel, as I understand.
Why is it every time you and I seem to see each other, you... you manage to irritate me.
I managed to irritate you. Curious thought. Well, that's an interesting one. It really depends on how you take it. Can I do something real quick? I have a question. Just Eyes of the Dead, the power that allows you to tell when someone's going to die.
Doesn't work on vampires.
Oh God!
Does it not work on vampires?
Don't think so.
Really? Where does it say that? I've never seen that before.
Because I think the vampires count as already having died.
It doesn't say that anywhere, but okay.
Can you give me a page for the ritual, or the path, or the ability?
Sure. Do you want to just carry on anyway? while I find it.
Whisper comes out of the auditorium. She says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have achieved the time of the hammer."
Don't you mean hammer time?
At which point you will see Abdul do a very small hammer time dance behind her. Thank you. Someone else has completed my joke. At which point
Connor's gonna clap.
she takes the hammer and flippantly throws it through the confection stand and into the wall.
No, not the mistress.
As the hammer time reference just completely goes over Kaji's head.
As we watch you shout out, I understood that reference. I was there for that.
Congratulations, Esme. Would you here have a? She picks up one of the things from the confection stand. Here, have a small. I assume this was some sort of teddy bear. Here, have a thing.
Fuck it, I'll take it.
Is there any
There you
fudge
go.
left?
There appears to be no fudge.
There's never any bloody fudge in these things.
Although it's something I
But
can.
needless to say, children, welcome to a new world order. I am Whisper. I'll be your attaché to chaos. Miss Von Essen. So, am I killing you, or are you attempting to kill me?
Well, I'm not here to kill you, that's for certain.
Wonderful, because I can guarantee you at least 5 or 6 people in this room, if you were to do something as stupid as light me on fire, would make sure that, well, you were pulled literally limb from limb. Wouldn't that be fun?
I'd rather not, if it can be helped.
If that does happen, can I keep one of them?
You are a scary, strange man. I like you.
That's what I specialize in.
No, Dr. Fletch, you may not.
I claim him. Whisper licks his face.
This is why I have clan friendship. Can I keep his arms? Like these guys, I'm home. You know.
Where's Sketcher when Katya needs him?
He's not here.
I thought he was. And it was.
So
Whisper.
I'll be your acting seneschal. Is there anything that you require?
I'm a bit more interested in what all of us are going to require. We're going through a time we're basically going through a time of upheaval. That's the word. When there's going to be a big conflict coming up soon, right?
Correct and right, Miss Esme.
I must say, my clan specialty is fucking over Ventru who are in positions of authority.
I like him. I'm just going to stand ever so slightly. Yep. She takes 2 steps closer to Fletcher. I'm going to stand here.
So, all right. The top of the snake has gotten a transplant. All right.
More so that we're attempting to stage a transplant.
Fair enough. What should we do about, well, our friend in the next few days?
Ultimately, I suspect that she throws herself down on one of the couches that are still occupied, and she puts her hands behind her head. And she says, ultimately, I think that over the next few days, the factions are going to form. Both sides, same coin, different coin, whatever. Which point, when the dust settles, we'll know exactly who's where, and then we proceed.
So realistically, for those of us on the lower end of things, it's kind of just business as usual, yeah?
Pretty much. Though it does give you an excellent opportunity for promotions and advancement.
Would
Cool.
Connor be able to make somewhat of a prediction on where exactly the lines are going to fall?
Do you want to roll? Anyone who's interested can roll me intelligence politics.
I was going to say, can I use my wits?
Yes.
Because my specialty in wits is 1 step ahead.
Actually, yeah, that would definitely apply, but anyone who wants can roll wits politics.
Oh, hey, I actually have politics. Oh, shit.
Got a whole politic.
I got a whole 3
I
dice.
actually have politics too. This is awesome.
Oh, I got one.
Bagger. That's a lot of ones.
Who fucked up the roll?
I got. I don't know if that's a botch because I don't know what the difficulty is. Is it standard diff?
Connor would have got 5 successes if it wasn't for those 2 ones.
You still have 3, which is enough to get you the answer. And the difficulty was indeed going to be 6.
Oh.
So yes, as a matter of fact, Logar or Brian, you botch.
Excellent.
Now there's a 9 there.
I botched. I have no idea what's going on.
Excellent.
There's a 9 at the end of Lorgar's roll. He's good.
Okay, so you don't actually botch, you just fell.
I
With
love
3 successes. With 3 successes or more, I'll give you the following. At the moment, there are a handful of what I would refer to as already drawn lines. These lines are as follows. 1 second, I need to open the book. I need to open my my section on status. At the moment, there's no Venture Primogen. The Venture will automatically side with Thrain. The Bruja are a wild card. No one can yet tell their particular proclivity. The Gangrel also wild card. The Malkavians are interesting because of the actions of the Keeper of Elysium. That has probably pushed them very firmly into the Nosferatu camp. So it's likely that Dominic Wordsworth will have to declare for Hennessy in the next few days. Obviously, the Nosferatu will back Hennessy. Tremere are a wild card in the sense that no one has really spoken as to the matter yet. And the Toreador are also a wild card. As for the other elders, the Giovanni will, of course, keep neutral in this particular conflict because they can't interfere. There's a very old, quite powerful La Sombra auntie in this city who could go either way if he decides to get involved. But once again, that is yet to be decided. So at the moment, it's hard to tell. From both of you got 3 successes, it will hotly depend on if Thrain runs to his grandsire, because if Mithras intervenes, then shit gets biblical. And we're talking Old Testament biblical.
I mean, the man's already bailed him out once. I'm sorry, but like, would it not be? It's such an impotent fuck. Like, how is he in charge? Like, again, except for Prince Mithras.
Because he's not really impotent. He's actually a pretty good administrator, and he's not a bad prince. Like, what has he done that makes him impotent?
Well, the only thing I've never met him in person, personally, so this is just my conclusion. The only thing I've ever heard about him is he ran like a bitch from Aisha, which is hilarious.
To be fair, most people should run like hell from Aisha when they don't know what his powers or capabilities are.
I mean, I got pretty close, I'm just saying.
So, but you're basing your entire assessment on him on he ran away from a red lister.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't run away from a red lister.
Valid. But so yeah. But Whisper appears to be quite relaxed for the moment. She's sitting there and she says, "We have yet to hear how the others will fall, but we'll see in the next few days. We're confident in our abilities. After all, we've been planning this for months."
Well, if you act quickly and speak to some of the other clans, it's possible that you could sway them in your favor.
That's just what I intend to do. As a matter of fact, hey Esme, come, sit next to me. Come here, Bubba.
Alrighty. Gets on up, heads on over.
So, you're actually a decent person, and, you know, a decent person-ish. You're going to do me a favor.
Okay, let's hear it.
There's a La Sombra in the city who responds very well to, how would I phrase this? People being honest and earnest with him. You're going to try and convince him and sway him to our cause.
Is this, if I recall the name, Omar?
Oh, Mr. Shadid. I forgot, there were 2 La Sombra in the city. One of them you're going to have to deal with, and it's probably going to be Omar.
Is Omar an asshole?
Yes.
Okay.
He's also like the worst used car salesman you'll ever meet.
Okay.
But then again, you're also like the worst used car buyer you'll ever meet, mostly because you hotwire the car at 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I'm a terrible buyer. You don't actually make money from me.
I mean, I choose to point out you're also anyone who might be as slick as he is.
Mr. Shadid is a respectable businessman.
Okay. I can see what I can do.
Good. Good.
Also, I think I've just got to be honest about this. What about her? Looks at Katia, who is pretty sure has a gun.
Don't you have fortitude?
Yes, but it doesn't matter. She assumes that they have magic Wuji shit that lets her do gun-made shit and fire fucking fireballs out of gun.
So what you're saying is you're convinced she has gun kata?
Yes. Oh, listen, if it's something that I've seen in some kind of magic novel or something, Esme's assuming they can do it.
So yeah, that's right. What about you, Katya Von Essen? Why are you here? Your boss called us a whole bunch of nasty shit today.
He did. And I can't say I have ever agreed with Lord Stalheim on anything, including this matter.
I think it's quite reasonable to assume exactly where Clan Tremere are going to fall in these matters.
Actually, you can never tell with the Tremere. They don't jump until they're told which way to jump.
Whatever Lady Merlinda and the Inner Council decide is what they will do.
Actually, Ness, I have one question for you.
Yes.
Were you the one that sent your clanmates into Nosferatu domain a few months ago?
She would look confused.
And like that, I have to roll the ferocity check.
I don't know what you speak of. I arrived in Dublin only 2 months ago.
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, crap baskets. I'm sorry, Kathy. That was not my plan.
God damn it.
That's not my...
All you hear is, as she starts to sprint towards Katya, she shouts this, but Evan's not going to shout, to murder my brothers and sisters.
Oh, yep.
Fuck.
Can I react to that? Because I got some things I can do. Alrighty. Firstly, the thing I'm going to do is, oh man, this is going to be pretty obvious now. Hey, are we on Elysium rules? I don't think it matters anymore. Esme's going to actually run because she has humanity. She's going to step in front of Katya. Oh my god. And then she is going to spend a willpower point and make another image of Katya about 10 feet away.
Are you about to matador this person?
You see the gargoyle stop as its head flicks from left to right. In the grips of the beast, it becomes very, very difficult to tell which is which. So you guys have a couple of seconds of its inaction to do something before it starts to come and try and rip Katya apart.
Yep. Esme then pretty much gets Katya and says, "Get out of sight now."
Yep. She does not have celerity, so she's just gonna have to run.
How much dex and athletics do you have? That's actually just based on dex nowadays. How much dex do you have?
I was gonna say,
3 dots.
I was going to say, could Connor use his celerity to pick up Katya and get her out?
Yes.
Okay, because I had another idea, which is throw Katya Esme's jacket and just cover her head with it.
Okay, do that.
I mean, that's really ghetto. Can I do the ghetto option?
Yes.
Do the ghetto option. Katya does not give 2 fucks right now.
Katya, your head, you just get a fucking jacket draped over your head. And it's just like, leave. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, she would, take up Connor's offer on getting her the fuck
I
out
mean,
of here.
there's an option. You could try and dominate it out of frenzy.
It is a gargoyle after all.
Oh god, she's done this once, and that was with fucking Connor.
Well, I mean, aren't gargoyles weak to frenzy? So not frenzy, dominate.
They're easy to control.
Yeah. You could just go over to be like, stop it.
Alternatively, if Connor does get her out of here, I suppose that makes them even.
It would kind of make them even, yeah. She's gonna do the dumb thing and try to, dominate her out of frenzy.
Okay.
It's gonna get me killed, but
Nonsense. It's clearly what the cool kids are doing.
this is not gonna end well.
I never claimed it would.
What is our lovely gargoyles?
I need to find the difficulty because I know that there's something in their thing about making it lower difficulty, but I can't remember what it is.
Also, she has the manipulation specialty, persuasive. Will that help?
Yes.
Awesome.
Hey there, kids, it's the Salubri. Yay. Sorry, I'm just at them now. Every time I see the picture of the Kia seat, I think of Kim.
She'll be missed.
She's playing in Odessa now. Okay, she has a willpower of 8. However, Gargoyle's willpower score is considered to be 2 points lower to resist powers, so you roll it difficulty 6.
But
difficulty 4.
Because she's in frenzy, it goes up by 2 again.
Oh yeah. So it becomes difficulty 6. Because of chanty voice.
Yes. That is 4 successes because 10s are doubled.
What is your command?
Calm down. Calm down. Just walk over like a scout and be like, calm down, kid.
She's only got one word. It would be calm.
I was going to go with chill.
So, Esme, what you see, because you hung around this person eating really bad Chinese takeout and watching shitty crap on Netflix. Because that's pretty much their relationship.
Yeah.
She stops, but you see her face twist in absolute hatred as the tool that was used to oppress her for her entire life is used on her again.
Tasty.
Like I said, it might get me killed, but I'm doing the dumb thing.
Fast
She
action.
stops. She literally stops running. She's about a meter in front of you, Esme.
Go outside and wait for me.
She stops and she looks at Katya with real vehement hatred in those red eyes before she'll nod her head and she leaves the room. She puts on basically her wings fold around her, so that's not so they're not very bulky, and she puts on a coat with a heavy cowl over it to hide her head. But she steps outside.
That could have gotten messy.
I should apologize to you. I didn't know that was going to go down like that.
No, it's all right. Believe me, I have never approved of most of the things my clan does. But
Hey, I'll trust you on that. Considering you haven't tried to shoot me on sight.
I'm gonna approach Katya. I'm gonna look her dead in the eye. I'm gonna be like, "If push came to shove, would you side with us?"
That's why I'm here.
Are you telling the
Why I'm
truth?
risking Stahlheim ending my life the second I walk out of this building.
So the answer is yes. Are you telling the truth?
Yes.
No, I'm asking you out of character. Are you telling the truth?
Oh yeah, she's telling the truth. If push
Okay.
came to shove, she would side with Hennessy and the others.
Because I can straight up guaranteed know if you're lying, and I believe you.
Yep, Mythoseria 1 is a hell of a drug.
Yeah. Yep, she's telling the truth.
That's
You say
weird.
so, Ryan.
Okay.
Alright, kids. Look. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna have a few words with our favorite retro 90s cartoon. So we're all gonna keep nice and chill. I'm gonna calm it down.
Before we end this evening, I know you're going to come back after you talk to the other one. Would it be possible for me to get a few minutes of Hennessy's time?
He's not here.
Well, I'll talk to you with it before I go then, if you don't mind. But continue with what you're doing. I'll wait here.
What do you want?
Well, it's. I mean, it'd be kind of private, actually.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna go out and make sure that the person outside does not murder or vandalize the neighborhood. So I'll be back in a few minutes.
Fair enough. I'll see ya.
Whisper puts on her own coat with the hood up and walks outside.
You know, Miss Von Essen, you seem a lot more like a rose than you do a warlock. Then again, it's very rich for me to say.
I can't tell you the amount of times I've heard that.
I
If
noticed
it,
that.
if it means anything, I don't know jack shit about clans, so you just seem like you.
You don't choose your sire.
So,
Yeah, I know that pretty intimately. I feel
On a
you.
side note, hey, Captain.
It's Sketcher!
You feel it tugging on your sleeve, like. Okay.
She would turn to him and just absolutely wrap him in the biggest hug ever.
Hello. Also, he waves at Ismi. Hi, Ismi.
Hello.
See, this is why we're really siding with the Nosferatu.
The Nosferatu are just bros. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think she could handle like
if we need to print propaganda, we'll just put Sketcher on it.
Yeah. Abdul will give you a hug if you side with us.
Abdul.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just make a bunch of propaganda posters which are gone.
I heard that my artwork at the Giovanni party got destroyed.
it did. At least from what I heard, I wasn't there.
Oh.
I
It's
wish
not
I had
too much.
seen it.
It's fine. It was something I did, but it wasn't too big a deal.
I'm sure it was beautiful. I have yet to see one of yours that isn't.
Oh, thank you.
I suppose I won't be needing that art for the chantry.
Mine.
I doubt I'll be in that position too much longer, once Lord Stahlheim finds out I'm here.
Why not decorate your home with it then? Be a shame for a beautiful piece to go to waste.
Suppose you're right.
I must agree.
Mr. Delano.
Ciao, Abinente. A pleasure to see you all, particularly in these rather tumultuous times. Dr. Fletcher, it's so agreeable to see you again.
A pleasure to see you too.
And Mr. Formeau, I hope that you're well.
Happy as a plum as always.
I've had to record more boons today than I've had to do in a very long time. It would seem as though everyone is trading in their stock or trading them around. I suppose that is the nature of things just before, Civil War?
Yes, the metaphorical crash of the boon market.
Indeed. But we shall see in due time. Has Delano met Esme? I don't think he has.
Nope.
And who are you, young lady?
Hello, my name is Esme. Short for Esmeralda Martinez. It's good to meet you.
May I ask, why is it that I have you in my book as a member of Clan Nosferatu?
They're the guys who picked me up.
So you are adopted. You are adopted by their clan.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm assuming the rest of us see the
Oh yeah, you definitely saw the super obvious use of chemistry.
Yeah.
Like it was right there.
What is the clan of your birth?
She shrugs. I don't know.
From what I can identify, she's a gypsy.
I'm sorry, I heard that was really offensive. We don't say that anymore.
Yeah, I had a character. Please don't use that term.
Okay, my bad.
Oh, I said that icy, but like, oh yeah, no, OOC too. It is.
OC, yeah.
You know, I will literally get people giving me fucking hate spam if we use that.
Ooh,
You
okay.
can call her something like a criminal or some shit. Like,
I apologize. I just know that's the term that is referred to. So
if you want to use the same term, same meaning, call them a Romany. That is the currently socially acceptable term.
okay.
Yes.
I'm not going to use the local terminology then. They nicked my wall.
Were you going to use the word Jippo?
No, I was going
No,
to use...
there's a much worse term.
Let's move on. We'll talk about it after the scene.
But yeah, stole my wall and the copper from my Wi-Fi tower and a few other things.
Fascinating. So you maintain she is a member of Clan Ravnos?
I thought they were all dead.
Not all. As a matter of fact, there are two in the city who are currently under Monsieur Hennessey's protection. Rare, certainly, but not dead.
Oh, yes. Catherine, I do believe. She was at the gala tonight.
And our sire,
If it's a thing, then I guess I'll look into it. But that's kind of a side thing at the moment.
Is
Then I guess I'm Clan Rathnos? Question mark? She actually says question mark aloud.
ultimately, Monsieur Hennessey has adopted you into Clan Nosferatu, and that is what in the eyes of the Camarilla you will be considered.
Alright, cool.
Or is Dublin turning into a bit of a wildlife sanctuary?
Very droll, Monsieur Fletcher, very droll. You always have such a glib wit.
Not really. Usually I stay quiet in my own corner.
You just hear Ryan mutter under his breath. Au club de jeunes bizarres.
Quite true. But, needless to say, it's been a pleasure, gentlemen. I must go and see to my duties. For the record, this is the first time any of you have seen Delano since A, his restaurant burned down, and B, his childer was his childer. I'm phrasing it like that.
Yeah, the last time Katya saw him was, getting out of of Hennessy's busted up limo.
But Sketcher is just happily sitting there. He appears to be sketchy. As he is wont to do.
So it seems
A couple-
we've already chosen a side.
A couple of moments later, Whisper will walk back in. As she does it, you see the fact she's actually fixing her jaw back in place, like popping it back in.
She was mad.
Yep. That's a fair statement.
Yeah, I'll get you some pizza later.
Thank you. Okay, so Talbot, I would say step into my office, but I don't have an office, so step into the ladies' bathroom.
Fucking perfect.
Okay. Where is that? I follow you.
They step into the ladies' room.
So
Right.
it's the thing I messaged you about. So if you want, we can role play it out, or if you just want to like go to the answer or whatever, I'll do either.
Their answer is going to be no at the moment, but they will keep it in mind.
Okay.
But she will thank you. And a few minutes later, the two will walk out again.
I missed that last part.
A few minutes later, they'll walk out again.
Okay, sorry.
Alright, so kids, I have a work plan. Hooray! Mr. Hennessy has gone to the continent for a few days. Meeting with our brothers and sisters.
It was a shame. I was hoping to peel my eyes on him for a moment.
If you need a message sent, I can transfer it for you.
Yes, sorry, page 174, Eyes of the Dead. I don't see any mention of it saying that kindred aren't subject to it. It just says individuals or persons.
174 of the core book, yeah?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
The only problem is it's super abusable for like plot lines, so I'm just gonna try to avoid using it as much as possible. But essentially, what had planned to do was look at Hennessy, tell what his fate was going to be, and then side with him or not side with him, depending on the answer.
What level of the power is it?
It's the first level.
Of which path?
Vitreous.
Vitreous is the last path in Necromancy, isn't it?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say, because from my reading of it, it talks a lot about
I realize it's like convenient for you to like be like, yeah, it doesn't work on vampires, but I can't see where that says that.
See, as I said, from my perspective, vampires are already dead.
Right.
So everything it talks about, like, the first thing is about seeing someone is injured, diseased, or dying, as well as an individual labors under any sort of curse or baleful magic. Further, the vampire can divine the target's eventual demise. I tell you what, I'm going to leave this one open to a quorum. If anyone else would like to read it on page 179, I think it is.
It doesn't, I would have imagined that it would have been because of looking at souls. You're
I'm going to take a look at it, but the realistic thing for me is how can you be psychic out of character? You know what I mean?
How can I be what? Sorry.
That he's basically making the point that ultimately I don't know when people are going to die, so it becomes much more
that's true.
It'd be like getting Evan's best guess is what I would assume, but I'll read it over real quick. Not that I matter for my opinion.
My reading of it is very much it is a thing that determines when the mortal is going to die, because otherwise it deals with their health and it deals with their injuries, and I would say that vampires are I would say that it would answer a vampire is already dead. That is my opinion of it from reading it. but I'm curious what other people think.
Yeah, I mean, essentially what I would have used it to do is to, glean a basic conclusion as to if things are to go the way that they're expected to go in the hands of fate, would siding with the Nosferatu be a good idea? Based off of whether this person does or does not die. But then again, I suppose that's not, necessarily, true, because the only person who would totally be screwed would be if Hennessy died. That would totally bring the thing to a end, as it were.
Yeah.
And I can't really test it on him because he's not here.
Sorry, what power are you using again? My bad.
Eyes of the Dead from the Vitreous Path of Necromancy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the first dotted page. 17. It's on page 174, 175, or 183, 182 in the PDF.
Thank you kindly.
No worries. I'm also kind of curious because I keep getting this picture of Whisper. I assume the things under her yellow eye are piercings.
Okay, and is he trying to figure out if? Okay, so who's he trying to figure out? Like, if
He's trying to see when Hennessy will die. Now, from my reading of that, I read it as the mortal life, and when mortal life ends.
That's how I saw it too, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like trying to. Most of the time, realistically, most vampires are going to be major NPCs in the game. So like, just kind of knowing that seems like it would be like weird. Because then
what I'll say to you, Scott, is it will work on anyone who is alive. So if you look at another type of splat, it could work because they can still die. But on a vampire, they have already died. That's the compromise I'll make.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, that kind of massively weakens its potential, but yeah, okay, fair enough.
The only problem is Evan has a large degree of error for that.
Yeah, I would also say it's almost impossible to actually proactively predict the fate of a character. It would be
if you roll the 5 successes, and I have to say Hennessy dies, and this, I then lock myself into that.
Yes, it's a highly abusable situation to be in. But the only thing I can think of is it's like oh, you can't use it on vampires, but you can use it on every other splat that isn't yours. Can you imagine showing it to somebody else's and be like, your character will die on this day?
Well, I mean, like right now, like there's so little crossover.
Thank God.
Like, so, meh.
But so
question: if he used that ability on Darcy, would it be in the negatives?
Yes, because Darcy's.
I feel like it will just be like, take a point of bashing.
You were supposed to die 3 weeks ago.
Like, when will you die? Yes.
Darcy made a fail mage. That sweet, saucy pineapple. All right.
I remember back when I was trash.
Sam is still trash.
Thank you. Perfect.
You're welcome.
She's
all right, kids. We're gonna call the scene here, I think, because it's gotten to tired o'clock where we're just being silly.
Yeah.
So
I think
thank you, players, playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another Scene in Darkness in Dublin. Have a pleasant evening.